Hey, what's up, horrorheads? Welcome back to Bobby Likes It Spooky. It's Black History Month, also Women in Horror Month. So I decided to combine the two to do a kick-ass top 8 Black women in horror list. It's not going to be in no particular order. I'm just putting my list out there with the inspiration from Kill the Dead podcast and also The Real Queen of Horror. So I was inspired to do my own list of the queens to worship on this Black History Month and also Women in Horror Month. So check out Xena on the Real Queen of Horror YouTube channel and also check out Kill the Dead podcast. Amazing content in both of those platforms. Check out my people. I feel like a lot of these beautiful women don't get the credit they deserve, or people don't talk about them enough. So I decided to do a list to show my appreciation and my love for the beautiful Black queens in horror cinema. Let's get into it.
I like it spooky.
You ever just sit there and watch a horror movie and you just see your favorite character just kick ass and just do their thing, whether it's a vampire, zombie, werewolf, whatever slasher type of film? It's very rare that you see a person of color making it all the way through a horror film and surviving to the end. And if you do see a person of color, they always have to be the savior of somebody else, or they always, sacrificing themselves. So that's why I'm giving you guys my top 8 kick-ass Black women in horror, just because I feel like these women are not represented enough or even talked about enough. And a lot of people kind of look over some of these other characters. They don't talk about them enough. So before we get into my list, here goes some honorable mentions.
Revenge is sweeter.
I'm passing seconds.
Meet Sugar Hill.
No, please.
It's too late for me.
Read it. Oh, shit, look at you.
Oh, it's too late for you.
Alright, so let's go back for a moment. Now, I know a lot of people don't talk about Ashanti in horror. In my opinion, I would love to see Ashanti in more horror. I remember walking into this movie in 2007 thinking that Ashanti's going to kick some ass, because I knew that she was going to be in this movie. There's zombies, there's Resident Evil. At that time, it was my favorite zombies franchise or whatever. So I said, you know what? Ashanti's going to kick some ass. She's going to give us all our lives and she's going to do her thing. She's going to pop off, she's going to give us what we want, what we need. And baby, she didn't. Ashanti, we were all rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
My girl got pecked to death by crows in a school bus. And the moment of her death was actually hilarious. I started to laugh in the movie theater because of the dramatic way that she went down was just hilarious. If I ever started in a horror movie, that's the way I want to go. I just want to slide down the window, give it my last breath. The reason why Ashanti made it to honorable mentions is because she did risk her life saving the other people in the school bus. She is only a nurse after all. She can't do but so much. She just heal people, bandage people up, give them what they need and things like that. But she was, lighting those little crows up, and she was doing her best to save the people. She did risk her life because if it wasn't for her, then a lot of other people would die. So I do put her on this list because she did kick ass for a moment. But I wish that my girl was just in this movie a little bit longer. So yeah, I just have to go circle back to Ashanti in this moment. And Ashanti, next time you star in a horror movie, please don't be so foolish. Thank you. So number 8, we have Adeline from Jordan Peele's Us. Adeline was just a strong character in this movie. She did what she had to do for her family, especially for her children. She did what she had to do to, help her son. And at the end of the movie, she had to fight the doppelganger version of herself to save her son and the rest of her family. Even throughout the movie, she was making orders. She was trying to make the right decisions. She was very overprotective parent because of, reasons, but I'm not going to give that away because you have to watch the movie. There's going to be minor spoilers in this video just to let you guys know, but I don't want to give that away because some people I'm sure haven't seen this movie yet. But I will say Adeline did what she had to do. She kicked ass. She tried to make some smart decisions. And I feel like if I was Jason in this movie, I would be proud to have Adeline as a mother just because she kicked ass in this movie, especially in the final act. So Adeline comes in at number 8. So number 7, we have Maggie from 13 Ghosts. Now, you guys don't talk about Maggie in 13 Ghosts too much. Like, I hear a lot of people mention, you know, other characters, but Maggie kicked ass in this movie. Even though she did a lot of running away, but at the end of the movie, spoiler coming, she saved the day. She got on them turntables and started it up. We got DJ Maggie in the 1s and 2s here to some ghosts up. Rodiga played this character effortlessly, and I just love every bit of her in this movie. She did such a great job. If it wasn't for her, that family would be in trouble and the whole thing would have went down. But she went in there, did what she had to do, and blew the whole place up. So shout out to Maggie from 13 Ghosts. And y'all gonna mention Maggie more because she says what every black person felt, especially at the end of the movie. Like, come on, that rant at the end of the movie was just hilarious. So Maggie comes in at number 7. So number 6, we have Reese Wilson from Urban Legend. Now, I know you guys seen Urban Legend. Urban Legend is just one of my favorite horror movies ever. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites because it's so much fun. And Loretta Devine did such an amazing job playing Reese Wilson. Her characters are definitely inspired by 70s cops and things like that. She's inspired by Pam Grier, and it shows all over the movie. She's just a hilarious character. And her character also kicks ass and makes it all the way to the end of this movie. I feel like if it wasn't for her, again, I feel like a lot more people would have died and Brenda would have got away with, you know, what she wanted to do. So if it wasn't for Reese coming in and, you know, still in the show, doing what she had to do, I feel like Natalie would have made it to the end. She probably would have died at that moment. Maybe Reese shouldn't have shown up in that moment. I mean, Natalie wasn't all that likable. Nobody didn't care for her. And Brenda was giving us the life that we needed. I guess for the movie's sake, Reese had to do what she had to do to save Natalie. So Brenda didn't have to kill her, unfortunately. But if it wasn't for Reese, Natalie would have been dead. So Reese comes in at number 6 because she came in and saved the day. And like I said, if it wasn't for her, Natalie would have been dead and Brenda would have got away with what she got away with. So yeah, Reese comes in at number 6. Number 5, we have Jen from Sweetheart. I remember first seeing the trailer for this movie and I was creeped out instantly right away, and I did not know what to expect from this movie. But seeing Kiersey Clemons play Jen in Sweetheart was very refreshing just because the movie was basically focused on her because she's trapped on this island. She's trying to fight off this terrifying creature that's hunting her every single night, and the things that she come up with and the traps and the things that she's just trying to survive on. I was so impressed seeing Jen do what she was doing in this movie, and even though we do get some other characters in here, it always focused back on her surviving, fighting this monster, doing what she has to do, and she just becomes like the MVP, you know, of survival girls. Like, she is now considered a final girl, even though she's kind of considered the only girl. But you do have some other characters that show up in this movie that have the opportunity to possibly make it to the end, but our girl just kills it in this movie and she's fighting for her life. So that's why Jen makes it in at number 5, just because she was kicking ass in this movie, fighting this monster, doing what she had to do to survive, and that's what we need. And I feel like young girls that watch this movie, or if they do see this movie, they should inspire to, you know, be like her or carry some of the characteristics that this, you know, the strong black female that we got in this movie is doing. Because she was just a breath of fresh air in this movie, and I was happy to see Kiersey Clemons play a lead in Sweetheart. So if you guys haven't seen Sweetheart, it should be on Netflix. Check that out. I promise you, you guys are in for a ride watching this movie. So Jen is kicking ass at number 5. So number 4, we have Kim from Quentin Tarantino's Grindhouse Death Proof. This is another character that people don't talk about. You might argue that this movie is not a horror movie, but what happens in this movie is definitely horror. Kurt Russell is chasing these girls down in his little killer death-proof car or whatever. He thinks he's going to get away with it because he got away with it before. So he's trying to get Kim and, you know, her girls, and boy did he mess with the wrong girls. Kim is in the driver's seat in this car chasing Kurt Russell's character down, stuntman Mike, and she's driving, bumping him, crashing into him, and, you know, shooting him up. She's just doing so much in this movie. And I'm not going to just say that she's the only one kicking ass, because all 3 of these girls in this particular segment is kicking ass, but Kim is our only black female. So I have to show her, you know, some love here because she was doing her thing. She was in charge of everything. She was leading. Just her character overall just exudes, you know, queen. She's top tier. You don't want to mess with her. Just before all the action occurs in this movie, just the conversations that she's having with her friends and things like that, you can just tell that she's a tough chick. You don't want to mess with her, because if you do, you know, she's gonna whip your ass. She's gonna kick your ass. So shout out to Tracy Times and Rosario Dawson. I love my girl. But yeah, Tracy Times, that's my girl. She did her thing in this movie. I love everything that she does. So shout out to her. So yeah, Kim comes in at number 4. So number 3, we got Selena from 28 Days Later. I know a lot of people think of Selena when they think of horror movies just because you got this zombie movie or it's a debated zombie movie. But she kind of, you know, takes charge in this movie as well. She kind of reminds me of Michonne from The Walking Dead a little bit. She does what she has to do. She also takes no prisoners. She's just a tough boss woman in this movie. I love Selena so much. She just comes off as a hard ass. I feel like if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I would need her and want her on my side. I will be trailing behind her like a little chickie, you know, clinging to their mother just because she knows what to do and she would destroy and she does not care. So Selena comes in at number 3. If you guys haven't seen 28 Days Later, please check out that movie. That movie is to be debated if it's a zombie movie. Personally, I think it's on the realm of zombie movies just because of, you know, the rage that they got. And I know that they don't necessarily eat people and things like that, but I still think it's a strain of zombie. So yeah, check out 28 Days Later. Shout out to Naomi Harris for playing Selena. We all aspire to be this type of character and we appreciate her. Selena comes in at number 3. So number 2, we have Lainey Rucker from The Purge election year. When Lainey first popped up on the screen, I already knew that she was going to be a badass. She just got that tough exterior look to her, and she came throughout the whole entire movie. Now, when I rewatched this movie, I do wish they focused more on Betty Gabriel's character, Lainey, just because when she first approached the scene, she looked like she was a total badass. She did go throughout the whole entire film surviving Purge Night, but much like the other ladies on this list, she survived throughout the whole entire movie, and she kicked ass along the way. Particularly with this young girl in the movie, I did not like this little girl. She annoyed the living hell out of me. If you guys seen The Purge election year, you know exactly who I'm talking about. She just annoys me to the max. But Lainey got her out of here, so I threw all of my rose petals at the TV screen once Lainey ran over to Miss Chocolate Bar Girl. But yeah, she made it to number 2 because she kicked so much ass along the way, and she was the reason why a lot of these people survived Purge Night. So big ups to Betty Gabriel, who plays Lainey Rucker. She did an amazing job. So yes, Lainey comes in at number 2. So number 1, we have Adeline from Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Now, you guys all should know who Adeline is. And if you don't know who she is, go watch Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I promise you'll have a good time. It's Billy Zane, Jada Pinkett, so many characters in this movie. It's so much fun. There's tons of gore, blood, fun, cheesiness, darkness, just amazingness, comedy, just everything. It's so much fun. And this movie was directed by a black film director, Ernest Dickerson, which I bow down to for giving us this movie, along with other movies like Bones and Juice and so many others. But I picked Adeline as number 1 because I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I was telling myself if I was her, I wouldn't know what to do in a situation like that. Everybody just turning into demons around you, and then you got the collector goofing around, prancing around this damn motel, whatever the hell it is, and when he finally gets everybody except her, the things that she come up with when she takes the blood, put it in her mouth, spit it in his face, and defeats him. I don't know if I would think of anything like that. So she was a smart cookie for doing it, and I give all credit to her because she is our final girl. She made it to the end all alone by herself, and now she's the next Demon Knight. Now, if they was to do a sequel to this movie, I would love for Jada Pinkett to return to this role and pass the torch to a younger Demon Knight. This should be made into maybe like a series or something, or maybe another movie. I would love that. But if they make this movie into a series, that would be dope. But we have to have Jada Pinkett. She has to return, and even if she don't want to do the whole entire movie or the series, I would love for her to be in the beginning just to pass the torch to somebody else. Maybe just do a quick run throughout the years, and now it's time for her to move on and pass the torch to somebody else. So Jada Pinkett, Ernest Dickerson, please give us another movie, give us a sequel or a TV show. We would love that. Maybe a Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, something. I feel like you have a big enough fan base, and I feel like it should be done. But Adeline, she's the top black survivor in here because she did what she had to do, like I've been saying throughout this whole entire video, and she gives so much credit. She made it to the end on her own, and she was smart about things. So yeah, guys, there go my list. All the women on this list is worthy. They saved the day. They are final girls. They was thinking smart. They was kicking ass. That's the whole point of this video. Thanks again for watching this video. If you haven't seen some of these movies, do your homework. Go watch them. Enjoy yourself. It's a good time. All the movies, and even on the honorable mentions. So give these movies a watch and let me know in the comments down below. Happy Black History Month. Happy Women in Horror Month. And again, thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.